And whose team is this? Is this your team, or is this your daddy's team?
Thanks for listening to the Dad Mode Podcast, Common Sense Parenting in a Politically Correct World. Here's your host, Andy Carlson.
Welcome back to the Dad Mode Podcast, Common Sense Parenting in a Politically Correct World. I'm your host, Andy Carlson, at Andy Carlson Show on the Twitter machine. I'm a father. I have no idea what I'm doing, but you and either there, Chiefy. So let's try and learn something together today. Website is dadmodepod.com. If you want to tweet at me, tweet at the show, rather, at dadmodepod, or just use the hashtag dadmode. So coming in today, talking about everyone's favorite subject, vaccines. No. I haven't quite mentally prepared myself to tackle the vaccine topic yet because the vaccines, I believe that there are negative consequences, but they are far, far, far outweighed by the positive ones. And I do believe that there are some valid concerns, especially if some children don't react well to certain vaccines, as well as the schedule where you're hammering these kids with all these different types of vaccines in a short amount of time. Fully understand that, right? I see that point. But also, it's bad in measles. But, yeah, argument for another day. Today we're talking about everyone gets a trophy. And Margaret we're getting her into soccer and t-ball, and I'm going to try a little jiu-jitsu over the summer. So we're going to be into that territory now of kids in competitive sports. And it has almost become a trope where, the kids are so soft. Oh, all these 8th place participation trophies. Oh, blah, 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 blah. And I kind of fall in the middle, but also more towards it should be a competition side, especially as they get older, where there are a lot of great lessons to be learned at a certain age about winning and losing. And it just anecdotally from my experience, because when I started playing organized sports, because I was born in a small town, so in Little League and growing up and Babe Ruth and all of those other baseball things, everyone got equal playing time. You kept score, and for sure there was tournaments, and tournaments you would have first, second, third place teams, right? And the whole thing about it was, though, it was sort of a modified version, and frankly I think it's how it should be for young kids, where if it's 4-year-old soccer, who really cares? Let everyone get a trophy. Let everyone get a lollipop or ice cream sandwich afterwards. Who really cares? At that stage, it really is more about having fun with your friends and just getting out and not being in front of video games for 18 hours, right? But you need to start leveling up. And as you reach closer to adulthood, I do think that it should be survival of the fittest. It should be full-on competition. There are winners, there are losers, there are consequences, etc. Because I think that does steel the person and prepare them for the real world. Because there is I know the millennials get crapped on, probably too much. Probably way too much, where it's almost become a meme and a trope. It's like, oh, damn millennials. It's sort of almost become, oh, thanks, Obama. That sort of deal. But you are seeing the consequences of a generation of kids, millennials and younger, where they're going out into the real world and they're realizing that their parents, the helicopter parents, the Gen X's, as well as some late stage baby boomers, their parents completely shielded them from the real world. And you don't win every single day. And sometimes when you lose, you don't just stick out that lower lip and pout and stomp your feet until mommy and daddy fix it and make it better, right? Because sometimes when you lose, it's because you suck. Or it's because you haven't tried your best. You need to pick yourself up by your bootstraps and get after it and work to improve if it's an endeavor that you want to be in. And frankly, if you're really bad at a certain thing, maybe it isn't for you, right? Where, you see this a lot on shows like American Idol or those singing competition ones where early episodes where they show the bad ones. I don't know if they still do that. Didn't they bring American Idol back? But I like old school American Idol where these people, come in from the middle of the country, come out to wherever their auditions are, and they're like, well, I've been singing for my parents, and my parents say that I'm the best. I'm going to be the next superstar. And they get up there in front of Randy Jackson, and Paula Abdul, and Simon Cowell, and they're just bad. They're just completely bad, and they're shocked, and they cry, and the TV, Simon's like, that was quite possibly the worst singing that I've ever heard. If we took a cat and took them in the alley and murdered them with a rusty spoon, it would sound better than what just came falling out of your mouth. And Paula Abdul would be like, oh, I'm sorry, honey. But you tried so hard. Randy Jackson, yeah, it's a no for me, dog. No, it's a no. But that person is so crushed, and it's great TV. And it's because the parents insulated the kid, because of course you want to encourage your kid in something that they're interested in, and it's a tough inflection point where if the kid is young and you want to encourage them to do what they want to do, pursue their passions, and they're at an age where they're free to do so, right? Where it's much different for an 8-year-old kid who loves ballet, is never going to be a professional ballet dancer, but just loves the art, loves hanging with her friends, loves putting in the work, as opposed to a 48-year-old suburban dad with 3 kids and 2 mortgages, right? That's a little bit different of chasing the dream. So for parents, it's a tough inflection point of, hey, you're the best. You can do this. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's drive you around to all these different recitals and all these different lessons that get you all these brand new tutus and shoes and all that stuff. And the 18-year-old kid who is terrible but still thinks that they're going to get a full scholarship to the Ballet Academy in New York, right? At a certain point, and it usually comes in the teens, there's a lot of kid gloves, for lack of a better term. There's a lot of delicateness of, hey, maybe it's time to move on because, we've given up the old college try, and you're certainly free to pursue this as a recreation, as a hobby. When you're adult, there's plenty of adult ballet classes, but this isn't going to be your jam, right? You're not going to be in the Nutcracker anytime soon, right? And that's tough. And going back to the singing thing where the parents have insulated this kid for their entire life and they think that they're the best singer in the world. It's great to build up the kid's confidence, but also you have to inject some reality in there too. And you can't just completely nerf the world for the kid, because you're seeing a macro version of that with some of these young kids now who have never lost, never experienced consequences, never been told that they're bad and think they can do anything. And they reach the real world and the market says no, right? And this is not you should break kids down and have zero self-esteem. That's absolutely not the point. But there has to be a balance. And yeah, I am much more towards the building up kids' confidence because, but I do feel like that the everyone gets a trophy thing, I think it's become sort of a symbol, almost a red herring of the symptom, but we'll go down that route. Something you should go down that route of as well is your laundry, because here's the thing, washing clothes and drying clothes all the time, it's the monotony of daily life, but drops. Got to go with drops because they deliver powerful, eco-friendly cleaning products directly to your door. So you don't have to go to the store and lug around the giant things of laundry detergent or, gotta get the fabric softener. Nah. Laundry detergent pods, dishwasher detergent pods, they got you covered. And also, here's the thing, selling direct to you, they avoid the middleman and can offer products for a fraction of the price than their competitors. That's right. All for the convenience of drops. Also, cruelty-free. Never test on animals because they believe in kindness and not taking harmful shortcuts. Plus, manufactured in the USA, because they're proud to offer effective green cleaning products manufactured right here in the greatest country of the world, right in our own backyard. Believe in supporting local jobs, communities, and small business at fair wages. That's right. Also, the dryer balls, like extra large wool dryer balls, and they're amazing because before we had to go get all these dryer sheets, and it's like they're expensive, they smell funny, and blah blah blah. But you toss a couple of these in, and they have one for each a load of laundry that you're doing. Darks, mixed colors, also whites. So you can save time, energy, and money with these handmade, all natural 100%. It's amazing, right? So what you should do. Visit drops.com/dadmode. Again, that's drops, DROPPS.com/dadmode, and enter the promo code dadmode to get an extra 30% off your first order of convenient, plastic-free, eco-friendly cleaning. Every drop counts. Drops.com/dadmode. So, since we'll just boil it down and focus micro on sports. So, growing up, Little League, like I said, everyone got to play, but there were winners and losers at these games as well as the tournaments, which, as a kid, did it damage me emotionally that we lost a Little League game when I was 6? No, did not care. We're going to get on the bus, stop at a Quick Trip, we're going to get a hot dog and a soda, and then we're going to be good to go, right? And then also, when we got into 5th and 6th grade, that's when we started traveling basketball teams. And also it was similar thing where everyone got equal amount of playing time. Say that there was 20 kids on the basketball team, like each 5 would play a quarter. That's how it goes. And you keep score of the games. Obviously, there's a winner loser of the games, winner loser of the tournaments, and it was great. And I vividly remember that we would always lose to the school from this other town. And it would always be competitive. It would always be tough games, and it was always great. But we, 4 times in a row, would come up on the short end. And in practice, the coaches would remind us of this. As much as you can poke and prod 10, 11-year-olds to put in work, it really motivated us. It really galvanized us, and eventually we beat the team from the other town, and it was amazing. But now, if you take that out, where, say, you don't keep score, or it doesn't really matter, or everyone finishes with a trophy at the end of the day, do you still have that same galvanizing experience? Because, as a kid, even I could understand, it's like, this feels good. Overcoming adversity, as well as it really did bring a group of 20 10, 11-year-old boys together and be like, hey, let's do this. And it made us better communicators. It made us work better. It helped us put ego aside. And that's really important lesson for life, because you can't do everything by yourself. Sometimes you do need to team up. Sometimes you do need to work well with others. And if you have a common goal and vision, there's a lot of BS that you can put off to the side. And if you're taking that away from kids, because hell, I'm a 32-year-old man and I still remember that. And maybe consciously or subconsciously you still draw on that, right? And then also, moving up, where an offshoot of everyone gets a trophy is that everyone makes a team. And I don't think that's smart when it comes to high school sports, because through fifth, sixth grade, 7th, 8th grade, we did the whole everyone makes a team, everyone gets equal playing time, et cetera, et cetera. But then you get to high school, 9th grade basketball, because I remember I was a pretty decent basketball player back in the day, and then everyone grew. And, there's not too many Asian basketball players in the NBA. Don't let Jeremy Lin fool you. So in freshman year, that's when they started cutting guys. Because, say the same, just for ease of math, same 20 guys from 5th grade basketball made it up to 9th grade basketball. They didn't all make it, but, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, we're only keeping 12. So you can come out for the team, and if you make the team, great. If not, you're going to get cut. Sorry, try again next year. And that was a big eye-opener for a lot of people, because that was the first time that this has been injected in. But here's the thing. If you really want to make the team, you busted your ass. You you put in extra work, you stayed in shape, you ate right, you studied the playbook, you did everything that you could do to be on that team. And again, that's really important stuff for adults, where not everything is going to be handed to you. And would it be great if all 20 players made that basketball team? Sure. But then also, you're not going to get the same amount of playing time, because at the high school level, yeah, this is ninth grade, and then all the way on to varsity, it's about winning games. It is about winning games. It's not making everyone feel good. Hey, if the best players are going to play, end of story. So it's really good and smart to start injecting this in. And I think that curvature is correct, where when kids are young, winning, losing, not exactly important. But if you're still giving out 8th place trophies and everyone gets participation ribbons in like varsity sports, no. Like, imagine if the state football championship or the state hockey championship, which is coming up this week here in Minnesota, it's a big deal. If all, how many schools are out there? Say all 100 schools, like they just get a trophy. They have to put in the trophy case, right? Like, how proud are people of that? And also, you'll notice where you're at sporting tournaments, sporting events where everyone doesn't get a trophy. The kid doesn't care about that trophy. Like, that trophy is getting lost on the way home, man. But if they've put in work and say all season long they've been working as a team and trying to get better, and maybe there's a team that's slightly better than them, they can't just beat them. All of a sudden they beat them in the big tournament at the end of the year, and they get those first place trophies or medals. That thing is going on the shelf. That thing is going to be surviving multiple house moves. That thing is going to be in their possession forever. And frankly, and the parents will hang on to that thing. So, when the kid comes and visits from college, or the kid comes home as an adult and brings the grandkids along, they're going to be like, hey, this is our first place trophy from XYZ event. It's not going to be the participation trophy, I can tell you that much. So that's our thoughts on that. And if you enjoyed the show, tell a friend, spread the word. We got weekly little daily dad thoughts. That's how we roll. Show's available on iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio as well. Give us a follow on Twitter at DadMoPod. Me and Andy Carlson Show. And the website is dadmopod.com. But until next time, be a man, be a father, go dad mode, and we'll smell you later.
Think the episode you just heard is worth $1? Well, send it our way. Visit dadmodepod.com/support to find out how. Be a man, be a father. Go dad mode. The music is created and produced by Deeb. To hear more of his tracks, visit soundcloud.com/Deeb.